You know, this place has actually never been on my bucket list. But now, all I want is to go back again. So I've been traveling the world for a while now. And during my travels, I've learned lessons so valuable, they've truly changed the way I navigate life. I'm not sure if anything else can compare, whether it was from locals or from the experiences along the way. I owe everything to these journeys and to the people that changed my view on life. So let me take you on an adventure through Nepal to show you the beauty of travel. What's up guys, so I just got to Kathmandu here in Nepal and we're filming a little commercial here over the next couple of days. We have around 2 weeks, so let's see what we can create. We got Vincent here with me as well, doing the behind the scenes. Alright, so what do we have for the behind the scenes camera? So for this trip we decided to take along a Fujifilm H2S, a Sony FX3 and a Mavic 3 Pro. And once our equipment was set up, we first explored the city of Kathmandu. And we only had 2 days here, before we would fly to the other side of Nepal. So we visited some important landmarks and met up with Ellen, who is a filmmaker from here. So one of my mates, Nick, put me in contact with someone from here. So we're meeting up with him now. Anytime I travel somewhere, it's a lot of fun meeting with locals because they can show you the city like no one else. Meet you, bro. You came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
How are you? Good?
Good. How are you?
Good.
3 districts here in the Kathmandu Valley. And it's Kathmandu, Bhaktapur and Lalitpur. So this is one kingdom, and Lalitpur, where I'm from, is another kingdom, and Bhaktapur was like very good place to go there. That's another kingdom.
We're about to buy some equipment for the hike because we're going on a hike in the next day, so we're flying to another part of Nepal. Nice stuff everywhere here. It's probably not real, right? No, but it's fine. It looks good. So the stuff ready for the hike. Let's go. How much did you pay? I think $100. Right, so we're taking a flight to Pokhara. It's in west of Nepal. And we're gonna do an epic hike. Flight is a bit delayed, but we're heading to it now. So we then made it to Pokhara, which is a town known for its surrounding peaks of some over 7,000 meters. And this is where things were about to get crazy. But before heading off into these tall mountains, I sat down to find some of the last songs for the film. And for this, I always use Artlist. It's basically a one-stop shop for creators that has everything I will ever need. I use their music for my videos and client work, but I also use their sound effects, their raw footage, their AI voiceover, and they now also even have LUTs, many LUTs, that can take your footage from this to this. So if you're interested in trying them out, make sure to check the link in the description for a discount. And now that we had landed in Pokhara, we also had to take a bus to the start of the hike, which was a 4-day climb all the way to the base camp of Mardi Himal. 4 days that were going to truly test us. Right, so we're just getting started, but I can already tell that it will be a tough hike because I haven't slept well for 4 days or 5 days. But you know, in these moments I just try to push through and stay positive. You know, the other day I was talking with a friend and something that came to my mind because he was struggling with the price he needed to pay for the goals that he wanted to achieve. If there's something that I want to achieve, I ask myself, what is the price that I need to pay? And then I consider if the price that I want to pay is something that I'm okay with paying. So, for example, the price that you need to pay sometimes for getting the shots with a tripod and making these videos happen is maybe embarrassment. And if you're willing to pay that price, you're going to get the shots. If you're not willing to pay that price, you're not going to get the shots. You can apply this to everything. This is actually how the behind the scenes of these clips go. So imagine there's like people around you and you put the tripod, you're on your own, and then you walk there, you stand. It's gonna look a bit stupid and people are gonna judge you, especially depending where they're from. I feel like in Europe, people do this a lot. They look at others and they judge them, they give them eyes. And of course you're gonna notice, but you shouldn't care because here's the thing. These are the behind the scenes, and this is the reality of how you get these shots. I'm passionate about it. I'm proud of it. I like it, and I'm happy that people can then see the result. Right, so we're at 2,200 meters, I think. So yeah, this is basically what you get when you order daibat. It's rice, potatoes, vegetables, all of that stuff. And then they will refill it for you once you finish. So that's actually pretty nice. So walking through the jungle here, right? You would expect like monkeys and animals that you usually see in the jungle, but here you have cows. Look at this one there, it's just like in the jungle up on the hill. Didn't expect that. You see, people here are so friendly. I mean, it's nice. What is it? Pili Pili. Pini.
I heard Philippines.
I'm distracted, bro. I just fell in love. Walking up.
There was the most beautiful Nepalese woman or girl.
I don't know if she was from Nepal, I'm not sure. But she had like the most beautiful smile I've seen in my life. Crazy. So yeah, I just ran into a filmmaker here, and he knows Sam Kolder obviously, and Ben TK as well. Netherlands,
sorry. Olen is also a very famous YouTuber, cinematographer. Nice to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you, bro. After 7 hours of hiking, we now arrived to Forest Camp. And this is where we would stay for the night. And so far, my impression of Nepal could have not been better. And tomorrow, we're finally seeing these incredible peaks up close. So we're now behind a bunch of donkeys. But what's funny is that they're going faster than us. Right, so it looks like I was right. So for quite a while we've been able to keep up with the donkeys, but not anymore. Where I am at currently, the goals that I have for my business and the goals that I have for the content that I want to create are quite ambitious, and therefore I need to make some sacrifices. Because if I want to achieve those, I won't be able to achieve those by just doing two things at the same time, by living like a really balanced life and at the same time trying to achieve those things. So basically right now we're using the magic arm. Ready? So just follow my lead. Go a bit to your right, a bit to your right. Right. Okay, up to the thing.
Hello, namaste, Samasalai. You happy? How is Nepal? Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, I will subscribe your channel, okay?
Thank you.
Okay.
Then once I stop and I take the camera up and I take a photo, you perhaps go backwards, so you reveal the scenery. Or you might even go up. I'm like taking a photo towards you. So we can do both in two different locations, and then I think we got it covered. So many times when you meet travelers, they'll say like, oh, traveling changes you. You'll say like, oh, I've heard it a million times. What does it even mean? But that's why I want to capture these moments, because there's a difference between my culture and the culture here. There's a difference between the mindset. This is how traveling changes you, because if I don't capture these moments and you don't get to see how people are over here, you wouldn't know, but that's how people are. Every hiker that you meet. Alright, so we just arrived to hike camp. We were a bit late, so I decided to just take Vincent's stuff as well, so he can just drone and hike at the same time. So that's how hectic it gets sometimes, because we thought maybe we can get the drone above the clouds and film at least a bit. Good night, bro. See you tomorrow. So we're currently shooting where Vincent turns the camera. He's upside down, I enter the view, and then I'll be walking away. See if we can make it happen. Now, someone in the comments actually asked me how you can reach the point where I am at right now. And I think there's a couple of stages. The first step is believing that you can achieve something. If you don't believe it, you will never achieve it. You will not do the things that you need to do to achieve it. The second one is not letting anything like fear or anyone prevent you from making it happen. So you need to be focused, you need to be fearless, you need to put in the time. And then the last thing is the actual content. Is the content good? And this one will take a lot of time. As soon as you can get over these first three, you can start focusing on the content, and then everything will just fall into place.
We're walking on very little sleep, I think. Tonight I woke up at 1. The previous nights, I think maybe I slept like 4 hours each. So, and even then in Kathmandu I was sleeping bad. So.
And then we finally made it to the viewpoint. And I got to see mountains over 7,000 meters for the first time in my life. But to be honest, we were only able to see just a glimpse of Nepal, because we only had less than 10 days. And there's so much more to see.
Look at this. It's insane, no? And you took the zoom and everything. Nice.
So for sure I will want to go back here next year. And a big thank you to Artlist. If you want great music for your videos, voice over AIs, sound effects, or you want to use one of their many lots, then go check out the link in the description to get 2 months for free. I hope to see you in the next one.